before we go do the do, go first carry me go somewhere where we go do some choppings because no be hungry belle me until knack. So me I like talking vegetable. You understand? Broccoli, all those nice things. So that when I did knack you, my blood not finish. You understand?
Boy for the Night is the movie I'm reviewing today. This movie can be found on Nolly Family TV on YouTube, and the story of this movie is written by Ruth Obiora. Executive producer of this movie is Master Short Film Production, and director of this movie is Ubachuku Kenny. A quick recap of this movie is a lady who has been engaged with the boyfriend for years, and she has been starved sexually. Now she resort to getting an alternative to satisfy her sexual urge, but something just clicked to her to stop. Now, in the verge of finding someone to satisfy her sexually, she got to know the deepest secret of her fiance. Now, if you want to get to know what this deepest secret is all about, please go to Nolly Family TV to get to watch The Boy for the Night. What I like about this movie, let's start with the story and the message. Practically, don't be the, what I pick from this movie is don't be the Lord of the Ring. It's as simple as that. Engagement should not even take you more than 1 year. Engagement, why now? So yes, don't be a Lord of the Ring. That's basically the message from this movie. Now, moving to location wise, they didn't use much location for this movie at all. 2 locations, I think 3 actually, or 2. Basically the 2 houses they use, and we've seen these 2 houses before, but one hasn't been used in most times. So, and they make use of this house very beautifully. So I love the 2 locations, and the 2 houses are not overused, so that was really nice as well. Now, moving to cast and directing of this movie. The cast, let's talk about John Ekanem. Guys, John in this movie was very consistent. When I mean consistent with the pidgin, he did not switch. He was the illiterate young guy who was trying to survive in the streets of Lagos. This guy is very talented. I really enjoy him in this movie. This is one movie I enjoy him so much. He's very versatile. The pidgin was consistent and very comical. I really enjoy him. I'm looking forward to a script where this consistency of this pidgin he displayed in this movie with Sunya Uche, then you add Chioma or Kafo on it. These 3 people, when it comes to pidgin roles, I think they are very consistent and they do not switch accent at all. So in this movie, John was the character you need to look forward to. He was very entertaining, he was very consistent, he was the star in this particular movie, and I enjoy him very much. He was aggressive, he was loving, he was calm. Everything I enjoy about this character, I think he nailed it very much. And kudos to the director also. He or she made sure that John was consistent with the accent, because most time when characters are acting pidgin, they are always switching. They're not like, the pidgin is different, and this was not the case at all. So that was really fun for me, and I enjoyed every bit of it. Another character that was also loving was Tana Adelana. She played the character Jennifer. She was the holier than thou. That was the character she was playing. She was really sweet, she was really calm, she was loving. I think her character was just laid back, and her character wasn't challenging. Basically, that's what I think. And she was just laid back, she was okay. Nothing challenging for her that she could not nail, basically, and I enjoyed her as well. The next character in this movie has to be Sophie. She was the one that was engaged to Jennifer's fiance at the same time, and I think I'm getting familiar with her face. I think this is the second movie I've seen of her, and I think she's really good as well. I enjoyed her character. I think she's the second person character, especially when she found out that her fiance was having another fiance somewhere. I think yeah, the emotion she displayed in that scene, those two scenes, I really enjoyed. So she was pretty much a good actress as well. Last but not the least is Stanley, the 419, the fraud in the movie. He was sweet, he was good. I mean, the first time I'm seeing this actor, so I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. But I actually enjoyed him. I don't know if his accent is natural. What I mean by natural is if that's how he naturally speaks, like maybe he has been outside Nigeria before and he has an accent. But yeah, I think I really enjoy the way he speaks at all. I think I enjoy the way he speaks. The character he played as a fraud, the accent alone is convincing that this guy is well traveled. So if he's trying to defraud someone as a love scam or marriage scam, that role he nailed it very well. So yeah, Stanley was a very standout character as well, and I enjoyed him. Finally, but not the least thing I love about this movie is the time frame. There were no many scenes. What I realized about this movie is that there were no too many scenes, but each scenes they had a lot of dialogues, they had a lot of conversation going on, so that kind of prolonged the movie. I mean, it's not 2 hours, it's 1 hour 50 plus, but yeah, so that was really good. They did not have clumsy scenes all over the place, which is pretty much what it is, and so that was really fun. I enjoyed this movie very much. What I don't like about this movie, let me start with the basics. The frame size of this movie is a no for me, and the cinematography of this movie was quite poor. I did not enjoy the cinematography at all. The quality was pretty low. I wasn't enjoying it. Two, it seems as if some frames were blurry. I took notice of that. Cinematography, frame size, it is 16.9. Please take note. I did not enjoy those. So yeah, those basic ones was not cool for me. Another thing that I didn't like about this movie is when Sophie claimed that they have a child. Sophie and Stanley, they had a child together. Now, where is the child? Like, no glimpse, no detail, nothing. Everything was just imaginary. They didn't use a lot of cast in this movie at all. They talked about a child, we didn't see a child. They talked about a maid, we didn't see a maid. They talked about a nanny, we didn't see a nanny. Nothing like that. Everything was just imaginary. So that was like, okay, let's just say things to make up for something. You know what I mean? I mean, that's what YouTube most producers do, and that was really disappointing for me, despite the fact that the movie was entertaining and comical thanks to John Ekanem. So yeah, those things I really did not like. Another thing that I took notice that I didn't like was the character of Stanley. This guy, came back from wherever, pretending to come back from, Obodo Ibo or South Africa. When he went back to Jennifer, the way he came back, the suitcase, everything was just blurred. There was no flair. There was no that. When somebody travels and come back, there is this aura. There's this. They come back and you feel that somebody has traveled. There was no presence. That's basically what you could feel, the absence. He wasn't giving that someone has traveled for a long time. I mean, according to the script or according to the story, he has traveled for years. So coming back and there's no excitement, there's no vein, there's nothing to look forward to. In his presence with Jennifer was really poor and bad directing. I don't know if it's the cast or the director. I know something was just off with him when he came back. That's basically what I'm saying. So yeah, those are the things I did not enjoy about this movie. And like I said earlier on, they didn't use a lot of cast, about six or five people that they use in this movie. Yeah, those are the things I did not like about this movie. And if you're a fan of Uche Nancy's movies, I'm sure you will enjoy this one. Even though this movie can be found on Nolly Family TV, you will definitely enjoy because it's comical. I always say that I enjoy comic relief movies. I'm a comic person. As far as the movie makes kind of sense and there's comic relief in it, I'll definitely enjoy. So on that note, I'm going to rate this movie a 5/10. Basically, I'm breaking even with it just because it's comic. It didn't give much at all, but the comic relief in this movie was practically what I love so much. Thanks to every scene with John Ekanem in it was funny, was interesting, except of course when they caught the scam guy. Yeah, that aside, yes, thank you guys so much for watching this quick movie review. I'll see you guys in the next movie review.